Every man at some point has wanted to know the secret to making a woman think about him long after he's gone. It's that deep pull you want her to feel, the kind that makes her check her phone, replay moments in her mind, and wonder what you're doing when you're not around. The truth is, women don't just miss a man because he says the right things or shows constant attention. They miss a man who knows how to create presence, value, and mystery in her mind. Most men go the wrong way about this. They smother her with texts, always make themselves available, and give her no room to breathe. At first, she might appreciate the attention, but soon it becomes predictable. And predictability kills excitement. What really makes a woman miss you is when she feels your absence as much as she felt your presence. Think about it. When you were younger and something rare came around, you valued it more, didn't you? The same thing applies here. A woman values what she doesn't have every second of the day. She craves what feels just slightly out of reach, yet still within her grasp. That balance is what sparks her curiosity and keeps her interest alive. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 powerfully simple ways to make any woman miss you. No gimmicks, no games, just straightforward tactics that work in the modern dating world. If you apply these the right way, she'll not only miss you when you're not around, she'll also chase the feeling of being close to you again. And that's where you want her, drawn to you, thinking about you, and wanting more of what you bring into her life. 1. Give her space. One of the most powerful ways to make a woman miss you is also one of the simplest. Give her space. Most men struggle with this because when they like a woman, they feel the urge to be around her constantly. They want to text her all the time, call her, or hang out every chance they get. But here's the thing. When you give a woman no room to breathe, you also give her no room to miss you. Space is not about ignoring her or playing childish games. It's about balance. Imagine eating your favorite meal every single day without a break. Eventually, that excitement dies, right? It's the same in relationships. If you're always around, she doesn't get the chance to feel your absence, and missing you becomes impossible. Now, here's how to apply this effectively. When she texts, you don't need to reply instantly every single time. You don't need to be the guy who's always sitting on his phone waiting for her. Show her through your actions that you have a life outside of her. When you spend time together, make it meaningful. Give her your full attention. But once you part ways, allow silence to exist. That silence creates anticipation. It makes her wonder, what is he doing right now? Who is he with? Is he thinking about me? That curiosity is the foundation of missing someone. Another key point here is not to rush into seeing her all the time. If she wants to hang out, that's great, but you don't have to say yes to every invitation. Let some time pass between your meetups. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about pacing things so she values your presence. When you finally do see her again, the time apart will have built anticipation, making her appreciate the moment even more. Women naturally miss men who don't overwhelm them. When you give her space, you allow her to process her feelings, replay the good moments, and look forward to what's next. That's how attachment grows, not from constant presence, but from the sweet balance between closeness and absence. So remember, brother, don't fear giving her room. Space is not losing her. It's creating the environment where she wants you back. 2. Stay busy with purpose. If you really want a woman to miss you, you can't make her the center of your entire world. One of the strongest things a man can do is stay busy with purpose. Women are naturally drawn to men who have something going on, men with goals, ambition, and a life that doesn't revolve around chasing them. Think about it. A man who's always available, always free, and always waiting on her sends a silent message. I have nothing better to do. That doesn't spark attraction. But when she knows you're out there handling your business, working on your career, pursuing your passions, or building yourself up, She feels two powerful emotions, respect and curiosity. Respect, because she sees you as a man who's disciplined and focused. Curiosity, because she wonders what's taking your time and attention. Being busy doesn't mean cutting her off or ignoring her. It means that when you're not with her, your schedule is filled with meaningful things, work, fitness, hobbies, growth, building your circle, or anything that sharpens you as a man. The truth is, women miss men who are valuable, and value comes from living with purpose. Here's the deeper part. When she sees that you don't drop everything for her, she actually values the time you do give. If every moment of your life is spent waiting for her call, she'll eventually get used to it and lose appreciation. But if you've got things happening and you carve out time for her, she sees it as special. She realizes she has to fit in with your life, not the other way around. That contrast is powerful. Also, when you're busy, you have stories to tell. You come back with new experiences, new energy, and new things to share. That keeps conversations exciting instead of dry. It makes her feel like she's missing out on your journey when she's not around. And that's exactly how you stay on her mind. So here's the move. Lock in on your mission. Hit the gym, chase your career goals, sharpen your skills, explore your passions. Let her see that she's a part of your life, but not the entire picture. The moment she realizes that your attention is valuable because it's not always available, she'll start missing you when you're not there. Remember, brother, women don't miss men who give them everything too easily. They miss the man who's busy building something bigger than her, yet still makes her feel important when the time is right. 3. Limit your availability. One of the strongest ways to make a woman miss you is to limit how available you are to her. A lot of men make the mistake of being on call 24/7, answering every text within seconds, picking up the phone no matter what, or being ready to hang out at a moment's notice. At first, that might feel like you're showing interest, but what you're really showing is that you have no boundaries and no priorities outside of her. Here's the reality. Women value what feels rare. When you're always there, she can take you for granted. But when you control your availability, you shift the power. She starts to notice when you're not around, and that absence makes her want your presence more. It's not about being cold or playing games. It's about teaching her that your time is valuable. The way to do this is simple. Don't be glued to your phone. If she texts, you don't always have to reply instantly. If she calls while you're working, training, or focused on something important, let her wait. When you do respond, do it with calm confidence, not desperation. The message you send is, I have things going on, but I'll give you my time when it makes sense. That makes your attention more meaningful. This also applies to hanging out. If she asks to see you, that's great, but don't always say yes immediately. Sometimes you should already be busy or have plans. Let her know you'll make time when you can, but don't cancel your life for her. This creates balance. When you do finally meet, she feels like she earned that time instead of expecting it. Now here's the key part. Don't overdo it. If you make yourself too unavailable, she'll assume you're not interested and move on. The goal is controlled scarcity, not total absence. You want her to feel like she gets access to you, but not whenever she wants. That tension is what makes her miss you. When a woman realizes she can't predict your every move or demand your time whenever she pleases, she starts thinking about you more. She replays your last conversation. She wonders when she'll see you next, and she feels that pull of anticipation. That's exactly where you want her, longing for the moments you allow her back into your world. So limit your availability. Make your time a privilege, not a guarantee. Because when she knows you're not just sitting around waiting, she'll value every moment you do give, and that's when missing you becomes inevitable. 4. Keep conversations short. One of the fastest ways to kill attraction is by over-talking. A lot of men think that if they keep a woman entertained through endless texting, long phone calls, or constant conversations, she'll stay hooked. But the truth is, when you give her too much too often, she gets used to it, and she has no reason to miss you. If you want a woman to miss you, you need to master the art of keeping conversations short and leaving her wanting more. Think about your favorite TV series. Why do you keep coming back episode after episode? Because every episode ends in a way that leaves you curious, craving the next one. That's the exact mindset you want to create in her. When you're texting, don't drag out the conversation until it runs dry. End it on a high note. If she's laughing, vibing, or showing interest, that's the best time to pull back. Tell her you'll catch up later and go live your life. This leaves her replaying the good part in her head instead of the boring part at the end. The same applies to phone calls. Better to keep it short and impactful than long and dull. In person, it's no different. Don't linger until she's checking her phone or yawning. Leave when the energy is still high. That way, the memory of you stays sharp and exciting, and she's left thinking about you long after you're gone. Here's the psychology behind it. Women are emotional creatures. They miss the feeling you give them, not the words you say. When you leave a conversation at its peak, you leave her emotionally charged. That emotional high is what makes her look forward to the next interaction. On the other hand, when you overstay in conversations, the energy drops. She associates you with boredom, predictability, or too much comfort. Comfort is good in a relationship, but in attraction, it can kill desire. That's why you must resist the urge to keep talking just to fill the silence. The move is simple. Be sharp, be engaging, and then step away. Show her that you have things to do, places to be, and a life that doesn't revolve around constant chatter. This not only raises your value, but also makes her curious about what else you're up to. When she realizes that conversations with you are exciting but never overdone, she'll look forward to them more. She'll think about you in between, wondering what you'll say next or when you'll reach out again. That anticipation is where missing you really kicks in. So, brother, keep it short, keep it sweet, and always leave her wanting more. That's how you stay unforgettable in her mind. 5. Build your own life. If you want a woman to miss you deeply, the strongest move you can make is to build a life so full, so rich, and so purposeful that she feels the weight of your absence. A man with a strong sense of direction is magnetic. Women can't help but think about him because he stands out from the crowd of men who do nothing but chase. Here's the truth. When your whole life revolves around her, she doesn't feel special. She feels pressured. But when you're focused on your career, your growth, your health, and your passions, she sees you as a man with substance. And substance is what makes her miss you when you're not around. Building your own life means having goals that you wake up for every day. It means making progress in your work, hitting the gym, developing your skills, expanding your network, and creating a lifestyle that reflects strength and stability. When a woman sees this, she doesn't just admire it, she craves to be a part of it. And when you step away, she misses the energy that comes from being around a man who's moving forward. Think of it like this. If you're always available with nothing else going on, she won't feel the need to fight for your time. But if you're living a life filled with ambition, challenge, and excitement, your presence becomes a gift. She knows you could be anywhere, doing anything, yet you chose to give her some of your time. That scarcity makes her miss you more when you're gone. Another layer to this is independence. Don't let her become your only source of happiness. When you build hobbies, friendships, and a lifestyle that fulfills you, you become emotionally self-sufficient. Women respect men who don't rely on them for validation, and respect is the foundation of attraction. When you're absent, she'll picture you out there living fully. She'll imagine you working on your goals, improving yourself, or enjoying life without her. That image sticks in her head and triggers the thought, I want to be with him. I miss being part of that world. The best part? Building your life isn't just about making her miss you. It's about making you stronger as a man. Even if she's not around, you're still moving forward. And that kind of strength naturally attracts women. So focus on yourself. Build the kind of life that excites you. Create goals that challenge you. Live with direction and vision. Because when you do, not only will she miss you, but she'll also realize she doesn't want to risk losing a man who's going places. 6. Show subtle confidence. Confidence is one of the most magnetic traits a man can have, but the type of confidence that makes a woman miss you isn't loud or over the top. It's subtle. It's in the way you carry yourself, how you speak, how you handle situations, and how you make her feel safe without ever needing to prove anything. Subtle confidence is powerful because it doesn't try too hard, yet it's impossible to ignore. When you interact with a woman, she's paying attention not just to your words, but to your energy. If you're needy, clingy, or too eager, she senses it instantly and loses interest. But when you project calm assurance, like you know who you are, you know where you're going, and you're not desperate for approval, she feels it on a deep level. That kind of presence sticks in her mind long after you're gone. Subtle confidence shows up in small actions. It's in the way you don't rush to fill silence in a conversation. It's how you can look her in the eyes without fidgeting. It's in how you don't over-explain yourself or seek reassurance. It's choosing your words carefully and letting them land. It's knowing you don't need to brag or compete because your value speaks for itself. Here's the beauty of it. When you carry yourself this way, you create an emotional imprint. She leaves the interaction thinking, he's different. He doesn't chase. He doesn't fold under pressure. He's steady. That's the kind of energy women can't forget. And when you're not around, that memory lingers, making her miss the feeling you gave her. Another key is not reacting emotionally to small things. If she tests you, if she plays a little hard to get, or if she pulls away slightly, don't panic. Stay composed. A man who reacts with jealousy or desperation loses ground. A man who stays calm and focused shows strength. That strength makes her respect you more, and respect fuels desire. Confidence also means knowing your value. You don't overinvest too soon. You don't try to buy her affection with constant compliments or attention. You let her come to you sometimes because you trust what you bring to the table. This balance of give and take keeps her engaged and keeps her wondering about you when you're not there. Women miss men who make them feel secure and excited at the same time. Subtle confidence creates that exact effect. It tells her, I'm not here to chase you. I'm here because I choose to be, and if I walk away, I'll be just fine. That mindset is rare, and rare men are unforgettable. So, brother, remember this. You don't need to shout your confidence. Let it show in your calm presence, your steady actions, and your unshakable belief in yourself. That quiet strength will echo in her mind long after you've left, and that's exactly how you make her miss you. 7. Leave her wanting more. The last and most important way to make a woman miss you is to leave her wanting more. Too many men give everything up front. Constant attention, endless affection, nonstop availability, and then wonder why she loses interest. Attraction doesn't grow from oversupply. It grows from the sweet tension of desire and anticipation. When you leave her wanting more, you plant yourself in her thoughts even when you're not around. Here's how this works. Every interaction you have with her, whether it's texting, a phone call, or a date, should end with her still craving a little more of your presence. Don't overstay in conversations. Don't hang out until the energy dies. Instead, exit while the vibe is still strong. This creates a sense of incompleteness, and psychologically, people crave completion. She'll replay the moment hoping for the next time she gets to finish the episode. When you're on a date, for example, don't stretch it out for hours just because you can. Keep it fun, meaningful, and then wrap it up at the right moment. Give her a hug, a kiss, or a playful tease that leaves her smiling and thinking about you the entire ride home. By the time she gets back, she's already waiting for the next time. This also applies to your energy. Don't reveal everything about yourself too quickly. Let her discover you layer by layer. Share stories, but keep some mystery. Give her attention, but not so much that she feels completely satisfied. The balance between what she knows about you and what she wants to know keeps her intrigued. Think about it like music. The best songs don't just play all at once. They build, they rise, and then they cut off at just the right time, leaving you hitting repeat. That's exactly how you want your interaction with her to feel. Every moment with you should feel like a highlight, and when you step away, she should feel that void. That void is what makes her miss you. Here's the trick. You don't need to be cold or detached to pull this off. You can give her affection, charm, laughter, and good energy, but you stop at the peak instead of dragging it out. That way she doesn't leave bored. She leaves craving. Women miss men who don't give it all away too easily. They miss men who know how to pace things, how to create suspense, and how to keep interactions exciting. When you leave her wanting more, she'll think about you when she's lying in bed, checking her phone or talking with her friends. She'll look forward to the next time because you've trained her to associate you with excitement, energy, and curiosity. So, brother, never over-deliver to the point of saturation. End strong, step back, and let her imagination do the rest. That's how you make her miss you in ways she can't even explain. At the end of the day, making a woman miss you isn't about tricks. It's about living in a way that naturally pulls her closer. Give her space. Stay busy with purpose. Limit your availability. Keep conversations sharp. Build your own life. Show quiet confidence. And always leave her wanting more. These moves remind her that your time and energy are valuable, and that being with you is a privilege, not a guarantee. Apply them with consistency, and you'll never have to wonder if she's thinking about you, because she will be, even when you're not around.